everybody, welcome back to 2-Minute Theology. My name is Jason Bowling. As you can tell, I am back home finally. I have been traveling for the past week or so. In about 4 days, I traveled between 4 states and was in the car for about 20 hours. Went all the way up to the northern tip of Iowa, over to Chicago, back to Des Moines, and then all the way to the other side of the state to Nebraska, and spent the weekend in Omaha. Now I'm finally back and refreshed and ready to go. So today we are going to pick it right back up with another 2-Minute Theology topic. And today I have a wonderful little book here that I decided I wanted to talk about, and that is Rob Bell's Love Wins. Now the reason why I have this book is because I actually put off buying this book for a really long time because I didn't really want to read it, because I didn't see the point in reading something that I knew was just basically blatant heresy. But I had to read it for extra credit for one of my classes, and so I figured, alright, I'll read it, get the extra credit. I am here to say that I believe 100% that this book is false, and that this book is heresy. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't some good things that he says in this book, which makes it really hard for people that don't know how to filter through these things to read, because it does say some things in here that you might read and say, yeah, that makes perfect sense. On the whole, the book I would not endorse. I actually have this book in my fiction section in my library. Like I said, I don't believe that it is true. If you are conflicted about what this book has to say, a very good book to read to kind of counterbalance this is Francis Chan's Erasing Hell. And that's just the idea of a lot of people decide that they don't like the idea of hell, so they're trying to get rid of it, even though the Bible clearly states that hell is a real place. And this is just my way of saying that I don't believe what Rob Bell is saying when it comes to love wins. Yes, God is love, but people want to focus on certain aspects of God, like his love or his compassion or his mercy or his judgment, and they take those attributes and they kind of compartmentalize them and they separate them. The problem is that God is all of these things together at the same time, and you have to take all of them into account. You can't pick out which attribute you like and focus so much on that one that, oh, well, God is love and God has to be love, that there's just this one thing. This is it. Everything that he does has to equal love. Everything that he does also equals mercy, and is also for the betterment of us and for our greater good. And if you're a parent, you know that sometimes to encourage and to promote your kid to do good things, it's out of love, but it could be punishment. So you have to take all those attributes and you got to put them together, and you got to use them all together. You can't just pick out the ones that you want and separate them from the rest and focus so much on that, which is what Rob Bell did. And later this week we'll dovetail along with this, talk about the idea, if God is so good, then how can there be suffering and evil in the world? So we're going to talk on that topic as well, but I'm going to save that for another video so I don't have another really long video. If you like these videos, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It just lets me know that people are actually interested and people actually watch these, and I'm not just talking to myself. And if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to look at your topics and dive into them myself. Even if you have something to say that you disagree with me, that's okay too. I know that not everybody agrees with me on these things. I'm not looking for just reassurance. I'm looking for to open a dialogue and to have conversation with anybody that happens to watch these. So until tomorrow, this has been another episode of 2-Minute Theology, and thanks for watching.